Welcome, discerning listener, to The Deep Dive. We sift through your sources to bring you the most vital knowledge and surprising insights. Today, we're plunging into a topic that touches many in the dynamic world of online gaming, navigating safety on platforms like PokerBros.
That's right. PokerBros has become, well, hugely popular. It lets players create and join private clubs for real money poker games. It's a really flexible model, but that flexibility, unfortunately, also creates unique pathways for fraud.
Yeah, I can see that.
We see everything from, fake agents, misleading club IDs, to insecure payment channels. They're all designed to exploit players, risking their money and sometimes their personal info.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've used a detailed guide on PokerBros spotting and reporting scammers as our blueprint here. Our mission is clear: equip you with the essential know-how to identify, verify, and report these bad actors. And crucially, what steps to take if you do fall victim. Think of this as your essential guide, really. Safeguarding your bankroll, ensuring your gaming stays secure and enjoyable long-term. Okay, let's unpack this unique environment.
Yeah, okay. So, to understand the threat, we first need to grasp PokerBros' unique operational model. It's different. Unlike, say, traditional online poker sites that handle all the money directly, PokerBros is more of a social gaming platform.
Right.
It facilitates the games, sure, but the actual real money stuff, deposits, withdrawals, that's typically handled by independent agents.
Agents, okay.
These agents manage various private clubs, and each club sits within a larger union, usually. Each has a distinct club ID and a union ID. This whole decentralized system offers flexibility, definitely, but critically, it introduces multiple points of vulnerability, points that scammers actively target.
Ah, okay, so that's the core difference then. These agents are like intermediaries.
Yeah.
And that creates this layer of trust that scammers can try to infiltrate.
Precisely.
So what do these scams actually look like in this agent-based system?
Well, scammers are basically individuals or groups using deceptive tactics, right? To trick players into losing chips or money. And their methods are varied, often quite sophisticated, actually.
Like what?
You'll see fake agents claiming to represent legitimate clubs, but they're totally fraudulent. Then there are chip scams. They promise trades, maybe cheap chips that just never happen.
Vanishes.
Yeah. Payment fraud is huge, too. Pushing players towards unverified wallets, shady crypto stuff, and in some cases, they even try identity theft, collecting personal details that can have really far-reaching consequences.
Wow. Okay, so given this unique structure, why is PokerBros specifically such a magnet for this stuff? Is it just the popularity?
Well, its immense popularity is a factor, yeah. Thousands playing daily. But the agent-based model itself is the critical vulnerability here.
That makes sense.
Scammers exploit that trust gap, between players and these third-party agents. They use the decentralized nature, creating fake clubs in the app, setting up fake profiles on social media, poker forums. They'll offer these unrealistic bonuses, tapping into that desire for an edge, or pressure you for quick deposits using unsafe channels. They know the platform itself doesn't handle the funds directly.
And doesn't offer refunds for these agent scams.
Exactly. It's a system that, yeah, it's flexible, but it really demands significant player vigilance.
That makes perfect sense. They're exploiting the human element, the transaction model, not necessarily hacking the game itself. Okay, now that we understand the landscape, why these scams are so prevalent, how do we actually spot these scammers before they cause real damage? Let's get into that early warning system.
Right. Early detection is absolutely your best defense.
Yeah.
The very first indicator, the biggest one probably, is a suspicious club or agent ID.
Okay, the IDs.
Yes. And this is where PokerBros' unique system is key. You must double-check the authenticity of any club ID or union ID inside the app itself.
Inside the app, not just what they tell you.
Definitely not. If an agent gives you IDs that don't match the official records in the app, or if there's even a tiny difference of character off, that's a massive red flag. Or sometimes they'll just give you an ID over, say, WhatsApp or Telegram, and not even mention verifying it in the app. Big warning sign.
Okay, so if it's not verifiable within the PokerBros app, just walk away. Immediately suspect. Got it.
Yeah.
What about those offers? You mentioned bonuses, the ones that just feel, I don't know, too good to be true.
Exactly that. Another huge warning sign. Unrealistic promises or bonuses. Scammers love to lure players with offers that just defy logic.
Like what kind of offers?
Think unbelievably high deposit matches, 200% instantly or something crazy, or guaranteed wins, which is impossible in poker, or instant massive chip transfers for joining. They also often create this false sense of urgency. Deposit now, This offer ends in 10 minutes.
Right, pressure tactics.
Yeah, they pressure you to deposit quickly so you don't have time to think, to check their details, to verify anything. They're playing on that gambler's hope for an easy score.
And payment methods. That seems like where the rubber really meets the road, where the actual damage happens. What should raise an alarm there?
Absolutely critical point. Be extremely alert to suspicious payment methods. Trusted agents use transparent, established channels. You'll recognize them. If someone insists on using like random, unverified digital wallets, anonymous peer-to-peer transfers, or maybe crypto channels but without any escrow protection, avoid them completely.
Why those specific methods?
Because they're chosen specifically because they're nearly impossible to trace or reverse once the money's gone. Always look for recognized, secure options, things like PayPal, maybe UPI in some regions, or reputable crypto platforms that have built-in protection.
Okay, makes sense. Secure and traceable. Beyond the transaction itself, what about the agent's reputation? How much weight should we give that in this spotting phase?
Reputation is huge. Absolutely huge. Genuine agents, the good ones, they're typically active and well-known within established poker communities. Think places like Reddit, specifically the ProPoker subreddit, or other long-standing online poker forums that'll have a verifiable history, consistent positive feedback over time.
And the scammers?
Scammers, on the other hand, often they have brand new profiles, or they lack any genuine testimonials, or sometimes they have reviews, but they're just generic, overly enthusiastic, and feel, well, fake, engineered. If their online presence seems shallow, inconsistent, or just popped up yesterday, that's a significant warning sign.
Right. So for you, the player listening, the takeaway here is really to put on your detective hat, scrutinize those IDs in the app, question the amazing offers, absolutely insist on secure payment methods, and check out the agent's digital footprint before you even think about sending any funds.
Be proactively skeptical.
Proactively skeptical. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant for initial spotting. But let's move beyond just seeing red flags. How do we actively verify a PokerBros agent? To really ensure they are legitimate, trustworthy, what are the concrete, proactive steps?
Yeah, this step is critical. This is your active defense strategy. As we touched on, a genuine agent will always provide an official club ID and union ID.
Always. No exceptions.
No exceptions for a legit one. This isn't just a minor detail. It's your direct link to verification inside the PokerBros app. You can actually input these IDs directly into the app interface to confirm they exist and are associated correctly. Never, ever proceed if an agent is hesitant, makes excuses, or just refuses to provide this basic info. It's the strongest in-app proof you can get.
Okay. So if they can't or won't give you those specific IDs for you to check in the app yourself, absolute deal breaker, full stop.
Deal breaker, absolutely.
What's the next layer of verification we should pursue then, beyond the app itself?
Right. To build more confidence, you should actively verify the agent's reputation on those established poker communities we mentioned. Don't just glance at reviews. Really engage with these platforms. Check threads on Reddit, especially CPoker. Look at older forums like 2plus2.
What are we looking for specifically?
You're looking for consistent, genuine-sounding feedback over a reasonable period. Not just a sudden burst of 5-star comments posted last week. Look for discussions. See if other known players vouch for them. You want an agent with a proven, solid track record, not just someone with a flashy new profile.
Okay, digging a little deeper into their history.
Okay.
And how do we verify their financial handling? You mentioned secure options earlier, but how do we confirm that?
Well, you're looking for transparency and security in how they handle payments. Trusted agents will clearly outline their deposit and withdrawal processes, and they'll exclusively use those secure, traceable platforms we talked about: PayPal, UPI, well-known crypto exchanges, maybe with escrow, things like that.
And if they push back on using those?
That's the red flag. If an agent tries to steer you towards obscure apps you've never heard of, or wants direct cash transfers somehow, or pushes for anonymous crypto wallets, again, consider that a deal breaker. A legitimate agent understands the importance of financial safety and uses established, secure channels. They want you to feel safe.
And is it okay to ask for references? It kind of feels a bit awkward, maybe, like interviewing someone for a job, but
Great.
it's your money.
It's absolutely okay. Don't hesitate. Ask for testimonials or even references from existing players they work with. A truly trusted PokerBros agent, someone legitimate, they'll likely have a roster of satisfied clients. They shouldn't shy away from connecting you or showing you genuine, detailed testimonials.
And if they get defensive?
That's the tell. If they get defensive, make excuses like, oh, privacy reasons, or just flat out refuse. That is a strong indicator of potential fraud. They should be eager to prove their credibility if they're legit.
Right. They should welcome the scrutiny. Okay. All right. So let's say you've done your due diligence, you've been vigilant, but despite your best efforts, you suspect you've spotted a scammer. Or even worse, maybe you realize you've actually been scammed. That's a frustrating, maybe even frightening situation. What are the immediate actionable steps?
Yeah, it's tough, but acting quickly is absolutely paramount to mitigate any damage. If you encounter a suspicious user, maybe they're actively trying to scam you, or maybe they just exhibit a bunch of those red flags we talked about. The very first step is in-app reporting.
Okay, use the app's tools first.
Exactly. Go to their chat or their profile, find the report option, it's usually there somewhere, and follow the prompts. Submit the details. This directly alerts PokerBros' own internal team. They can then investigate and hopefully block the account before it harms anyone else.
Okay, and if it's more serious, say money has already been exchanged, or you feel that in-app report just isn't enough.
Then you need to escalate it. Contact PokerBros support directly, usually through their official email address or maybe a help center form on their website. And when you report, always include comprehensive evidence. Be thorough.
What kind of evidence?
Everything you have. Clear screenshots of the chat logs, the scammer's ID, club ID, agent ID, username, any payment proof if a transaction actually occurred, suspicious transaction details. The more concrete evidence you provide, seriously, the faster and more effectively their support team can investigate and actually take action against the scammer.
Okay, documentation is key. It sounds like the community aspect isn't just for spotting them initially, but also for ongoing protection too.
It absolutely is. Spreading awareness in those poker communities is such a powerful tool. Sharing the scammer's details carefully, factually on platforms like Reddit Store Poker or 2+2 forums or maybe dedicated Discord groups, it helps warn other players. It stops them falling into the same trap.
Collective defense.
Exactly. This collective vigilance creates a much stronger defense for the entire community, makes it harder for scammers to operate.
Now, let's tackle the most difficult scenario, the one everyone dreads. You have been scammed. You've lost money. It's a terrible feeling. What legal and financial actions can realistically be taken to try and recover funds or at least prevent further loss?
Yeah, this is the worst case. If you've lost money, swift legal and financial action is crucial. It maximizes any chance of recovery, however small sometimes. First, gather all that evidence again. Chat screenshots, transaction details, the scammer's club ID, union ID, anything. Then, immediately, and I mean immediately, contact your payment provider.
Whoever processed the transaction.
Yes, whether it's your bank, your UPI service, PayPal, the crypto exchange you used, report the fraudulent transaction right away. Many financial institutions have dedicated fraud departments. They might be able to freeze or even reverse suspicious payments, but honestly, the window of opportunity is often very, very narrow. Speed is critical.
Okay, contact the payment provider first. Are there official government channels for reporting this kind of online fraud?
Yes, generally there are. You should also file a complaint with your local cybercrime unit or an online fraud reporting portal if one exists in your region. For example, in places like India, there's the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, a centralized system for this. In other countries, there will be equivalents.
And why is that important, beyond just your own case?
Reporting it officially not only helps your personal situation potentially, but it also alerts authorities to these activities. It helps them track larger fraud networks, which might be targeting many people. And always, always document every single action you take. Keep copies of all official reports you file, note down who you spoke to and when, and follow up persistently until your case reaches some kind of resolution.
Okay, be persistent, be thorough. Now, it's really vital we clarify a point that often causes a lot of confusion. Can PokerBros itself? Can the platform refund money lost to these agent scams?
Right. This is a really crucial distinction and often misunderstood. PokerBros operates purely as a social gaming platform. They provide the software, the place to play. They do not directly handle the financial transactions between players and these independent agents.
Yeah.
So, therefore, PokerBros cannot refund money lost to scams involving agents. Any potential refund depends entirely, 100%, on the payment channel you used. Your immediate action must be with your bank or PayPal or whoever processed the payment. PokerBros support can investigate. They can block a scammer's account on their platform, yes, but they cannot give you your money back.
That's a critical point for people to understand. The responsibility lies with the payment provider you chose to use. Okay, so to kind of bring this all home, Staying safe on PokerBros, or really any online platform that uses intermediaries like this, it really boils down to informed vigilance, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's about understanding the specific model of the platform, recognizing those scam tactics we discussed, double-checking every single detail, especially those IDs in the app, and reporting suspicious activity immediately.
Mm-hmm. Scammers thrive on trust and they thrive on carelessness. But if you have the right knowledge, if you take those proactive steps, you can definitely protect your bankroll and keep your gaming experience secure and, well, fun.
Always play safe with trusted agents only. Seems like the mantra.
Exactly. And your active participation, verifying information, reporting suspicious stuff, it doesn't just ensure your personal safety, it genuinely contributes to a more secure, more trustworthy community for everybody playing. It helps push these bad actors out.
Absolutely. Creates a better environment overall. And that actually leads us nicely into a final thought for you, our listener, to maybe mull over. What broader lessons about online trust, maybe about these decentralized systems, and just general digital literacy? What can we take from protecting ourselves in online gaming, like on Poker Bros? How can we apply that maybe to other areas of our digital lives? Navigating social media, making online purchases, spotting phishing emails. Where else might this kind of proactive skepticism serve you well?
That's a great question to ponder.
Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.